I'm going to be rating every Chapter 2 Remix POI so far. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a like to support. Let's start. Alright, so starting off pretty softly with Craggy Cliffs. There's not much you can do here. It's not really a special POI. There's issues with it, like it is at the edge of the map, and you're not really getting anything after that, even if you're running from storm, because it doesn't really have any loot. It's just overall, it's also pretty bad for fighting. There's not much cover, so I'll give it a solid C tier. Alright, so next up is Dirty Docks. It's the same story as Craggy, except it has more boats, more farming materials, but I'll keep it in C tier as well, even though it is better than Craggy. Or actually B tier, yeah, that's good. Okay, so Frenzy Farm. It's pretty solid. I think I can keep it B tier, because it's pretty good for like a zero build or something, as there is some cover where you can hide in the crops, and there's a weapon upgrade bench. Alright, so Holly Hedges, there's not much to say. It's like Craggy, it's basic, it just has a car and normal loot. Alright, now Ice Isle. Although I'm not a fan of Ice Spice being in the game, like she doesn't have any connection with Fortnite whatsoever, so she doesn't deserve her own entire POI, not just the skin. It's S tier. The weapon, the movement, everything, it's good. Next up we have Lazy Lake. Now Lazy Lake is really solid. I'm putting it in A tier. It's pretty much like the Tilted Towers of Chapter 2. It was there pretty much the whole time, and it has a pretty similar layout. Now Misty Meadows is pretty solid. I'm keeping it in B tier. It's really nice. It's also like I used to land at it a lot back in 2021. Pleasant Park, also same story as Lazy Lake, but I'm keeping it in B tier just because it's not as good. Now we have Retail Row. I'm not sure, but I think this was the one in the OG Fortnite trailer, the very first one. But it's not that good of a POI. I think C tier suits it. Now Salty Springs. This is a really interesting one. I actually made a whole video about Salty Springs because it's actually really easy to analyze. The houses are basic. It's like a simplified Pleasant Park. At first I put it at C tier, but when you really analyze and have the perfect looting path, which I made a video about, you can put it in B tier because it actually gets good that way. Alright, so the rating I give to Sleepy Swamp is actually going to be really interesting. It may be an S tier at first. However, you realize there is nothing special about the loot, which is the most important part of the game. So although it's really good with the heals and the metal, you're gonna get out with full shield no matter what. You just can't get the best loot guaranteed, so I'll put it in A tier. Now, Spaghetti Grotto. Here's the thing, Spaghetti Grotto is like a rebranded grotto, obviously. However, even from the beginning, back when the grotto was normally here, I never really liked the grotto. I always, the layout it's really bad for fights, especially builds. It's really cramped if you get into the buildings and stuff. However, the minigun is goated, but I have to put it at A tier. It doesn't deserve S tier because of the layout. And the entrance and everything, it's complicated, it's risky. Now, Steamy Stacks. I really like Steamy Stacks. You see, before Ice Spice came, I always landed Yacht to get the Meowscles Pow Pow rifle, and I go to Steamy Stacks to get into the, whatever they're called, what are they called? And then they just glide me up and I can just rotate easily. Sweaty Sands goated. It's even better now because you can easily go to it and loot up instantly because it's never fully looted up. So after looting up Ice Spice, you can go to Sweaty Sands. Now the Dog Pound. I love this POI for one reason. It's almost not rebranded. It feels exactly like the Agency, and the Agency was one of my favorite POIs. I'm gonna put it in S tier as the drone gun is insane and it's all good. Even Snoop Dogg is a good NPC to hire. Now really quickly, I'm gonna get Weeping Woods out of the way. I never really liked Weeping Woods. It just doesn't feel suited for multiple players. The main house especially, it feels too cramped. It's terrible for fights because it's so limited where you can build. The assets limit where you can build. especially the stairs. So I'm gonna put it in D. It deserves, no, not C, D. And I confidently say it deserves that. Now the rig, I don't really know about this. I don't like it too much. The weapon, like you're going there, you're gonna get blasted with grenades. The bow isn't the best. It's not good. However, it's not the worst, I guess. The vault isn't too good even. I'm putting this in a solid C tier. And now we ended off strongly with the yacht. I really like the yacht. However, now that the Ice Spice AR is here, the heavy AR from Meowscles, it's just not as good. It could have been S tier before Ice Spice, but now it's A tier. It's really good, and Meowscles actually heals you a lot. That was it for today's video. I know it's not good as the others, but I just wanted to have some fun today. If you enjoyed, like I said, please support me by subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until next time.